When people like Kamala Harris send our sons and daughters, our young people, to fight in stupid wars, carries the burden of that. We're going to stop sending our young people to faraway lands. We are not the policemen of the world. We need to use our young people here at home. But if you're worried about the world spinning out of control, if you're worried about a military draft, if you're worried about, God forbid, a world war, the best way to prevent it is to vote for Donald Trump.
Get somebody to blow up a bus full of children or a building full of innocent civilians. You have to grind it into their minds. You have to wash their brains and tell them there's a higher cause out there. It's religious, ethnic, racial, whatever. And for that higher cause, you can disregard all the normal rules of morality.
The Navy is gone. It's all lying at the bottom of the ocean. 46 ships. Can you believe it? In fact, I got a little upset with our people. I said, what quality of ship? Excellent, sir. Top of the line. I said, why did we just capture the ship? We could have used it. Why did we sink them? They said, it's more fun to sink them. I said, they like sinking them better. They say it's safer to sink them. I guess it's probably true. But think.
We will keep America out of foolish, stupid, ridiculous foreign war.
We had these endless wars that go on for 21, 22 years, spending billions and billions of dollars.
We're getting out of the endless wars. Great nations do not want to fight endless wars.
Somebody asked Donald Trump what he was going to do about Iran, and he says, I might do it, I might not do it. Nobody knows what I'm going to do. And I don't know about you, but that feels like a very chill and relaxed way to talk about, like, thousands of people dying. I might send thousands of Americans to their death. I might not. Nobody knows. I might unalive innocent people in the city of Tehran.
He told the people to evacuate Tehran.
Read a book on Iran, please! Iran is not a free country, especially for women! People will die. People will die no matter what he decides to do. But it's crazy to me to hear him talking about, like, I might do it, I might not. These are people's lives in your hands. American lives. Fucking take it seriously.
Today is my rest day after my slow 10 miles yesterday. But the only thing I can do is get outside, find some fresh air, and pray for peace.
Caroline Leavitt recently refused to rule out the draft for this war with Iran, and so I think that everybody should be increasingly clear. You will draft our children over our dead bodies. Literally. You will draft our children for this illegal war over our dead bodies, and I mean that with my full chest. Later is not the time to tell people that the draft is not an option. It's right now. If that is on the table, they need to know that the American people will absolutely not put up with it. It is not an option to send people against their will to commit war crimes across the world.
There are people in the United States, American citizens, that have taken to social media upset, genuinely upset, that the missiles that Iran shot in retaliation, the missiles that Iran shot at our American troops overseas did not hit their target. American citizens are upset that the missiles that Iran shot at our troops overseas did not hit their intended targets. That's what I've been seeing on my timeline. U.S. citizens upset that our U.S. troops are safe overseas. Y'all make that make sense to me. Make it make sense.
Israel is taking a bloody good hiding. But you don't know it. You don't know it for two reasons. First of all, anybody releasing a picture or video of the damage in Tel Aviv is immediately sentenced to 5 years in prison. And secondly, because the mass media, CNN, BBC, Sky News, have accepted Israeli censorship and are therefore not broadcasting the footage that they have taken over a Tel Aviv that now looks like Gaza. How do I know that? Because I've got friends in Tel Aviv. Sheinkin Street, Tel Aviv. Near Dizengoff Square, Tel Aviv. And they've been walking around, and it's they who tell me from their own mouth that Tel Aviv now looks like Gaza. How could it not? Because the air defenses over Tel Aviv are no longer operational. The Iranians are hitting at will with the most powerful ballistic missiles. 50 ballistic missiles hit Tel Aviv last evening alone. They're also lying to you about the number of American casualties. How can all these CIA bases, all these American embassies, all these foreign bases of the United States, how can they all have been hit and destroyed with only 4 dead Americans? I'm going to take a flyer, and it's this. There are approaching 1,000 dead Americans, and they can't be hidden forever.
Today the world is erupting. Today the world is erupting, and no one is safe. Not the black people, not the white people, not the Indians, not the Caribbeans, not all the races. No one is safe at this time. That's why today sometimes we say that it's better to put aside all our differences and try to focus on something that we believe that is going to bring a solution to the problem that is affecting the world today. Because let's not forget that just the other years, it was Libya, it was Iraq, it was African countries, it was the global South countries. Today it's Iran, and tomorrow it might be China, it might be. So no one is safe in this situation. The white people today are coming out. They are complaining. They're accusing their government. They're putting blames in their own system for all the cost, which today is consuming their life. Today, the white Americans are feeling that are being seen as a disappointment to the government. Today, Donald Trump is feeling like the white Americans are disappointing him because they're refusing to let their children to go and join the army so that they can go to fight against all these wars across the world. Why are they feeling this? Because, first of all, when the white Americans were waking up in the morning to go and elect for this current regime, they were already promised a lot that they believe that is going to change their life completely. It is going to bring back that original America they used to know. It is going to bring back that dignity of America they used to know. It is going to bring back the white privilege that they used to be living in, but not to bring the war, not to bring death, not to bring hatreds. Because today everyone is like, people are hating Americans. People are hating white Americans, even for those who don't or who are not part of all that's happening today. But white people are hating the white Americans because of all their evil deeds. Because today everyone is asking one question: who started the war? Iran never started to bomb America, but America started to. America was not part of this war, but Israel was. So how comes, what happens to make this whole situation to be seen like America was the source of everything? That's the question today people are asking. Many times, the white Americans have been coming out to blame or to put more accusations toward black people. Why are you silent over this? Why are we coming out to expose all this? Why are we the ones who are coming out to fight for this alone? Where are the black community? The black community have been coming out many years to speak, to complain, but their complaints were only being seen as chaos, as noises. Their complaints were only being taken as headlines, as contents, but not a reality on the ground. But that is what they used to feel. That's how they used to live. What today you are feeling is the same thing that the black community have been feeling for many years. They never see peace. They never find joy. They never knew anything about justice. Whenever their families were oppressed, were brutally killed, were arrested with no reasons, nobody, no white person came out to address this. No white system came out to defend their issues. No one came out to listen or to their grievances. No one came out to say something that at least would have been seen as it was about protection. We even once had the black president, Barack Obama. He never did anything towards the black community. The time that this man came to power, the black people in America cried the tears of joy, hoping and believing that this is the time that they are going to be saved. They are going to see life. They are going to see light. They are going to see hope, because they are having someone from their community who is holding the highest office in that country, and they are going to be protected. They are going to be listened. But nothing happened, because the time he came to position, he went on leading as how system was designed to lead the country of America. Now, why the white America today are so disappointed with their president and with their system? Because their people have lost life in this war. Today, the government is asking many young people to go and join the military so that they can go and fight this war. But they're asking questions, why now? Because for the longest time, they have been living, fighting for these chances, but they never got it. Why now today? Because some or majority have lost their life, and they're feeling that vacancy, they're feeling that gap. They need to be filled. Now that's the time they're calling out. They demand the majority to join the military. And white parents are saying, no, we are not going to let our kids to go and join this military, because there's no reason of them going to fight. There is no reason of them going to cause death, causing chaos to the people who don't have something to do with them. Because Iran is not an enemy of any person or any white Americans. If you just the other day, I saw some people making videos why the black people are siding with Iran. Why are they showing so interest to support Iran? Iran and black people face the same oppression under the same system. The same system that has oppressed the black people is the same system that has been long time oppressing the people from Iran. Today, just yesterday, I saw people from South Africa demonstrating on the street outside U.S. embassy, calling for freedom of Iran, because they're feeling what's happening today in Iran, tomorrow it might happen in South Africa. Not only South Africa, but to the entire continent. That's why today we are coming out to speak this. So today the war is within, not just outside. Not from outside, but within. Because when you take a look at the MAGA supporters, the people who really believe in this kind of regime, they believe that they're going to get much in this government. They're losing everything. They are the most jobless people. They are today the people who are homeless. They're the people today who are facing challenges and crises in their own country. They're the same people today who are not able to afford the basic needs, their life, the life they used to afford just like nothing. They're feeling the heaviness they never expected, because all that's happening today, we have to be clearly and to be vigilant that all that's happening today, it's not something that was expected to be done against the white Americans, but it was something that was expected to be done against the people of color, the brown and the black people. Because every time operations comes out, every time anything arises, anytime a disaster happens in the country of America, the only people who are target are the people of color, but not the white people. That's why every time we have seen the gun violence happening in America, it has been always happening against the black people. They're the one who have been dying every year. Majority of black people dying, being killed, being arrested with no reason. But anytime we see this happen to the white American or any individual from who is a white person, it raises issues, it raises concerns. You remember what happened during the death of Charlie Kirk? The entire country mourned. Do you remember what happened during the death of George Floyd? Nothing happened. So this is the time that the empires will fight against themselves. They will blame themselves because all they used to do towards other people, it is the same what is happening towards them. What the entire weapons they formed to fight against other people, it is killing themselves. I'm talking to the black community wherever you're from, and I appreciate you by tuning this channel. You're doing great by supporting, coming in each and every time. You are doing great. You're making me to wake up and do my more commentaries from all that's happening, all the updates, all the headlines. We are here to discuss more. Let's meet on the comment section as we discuss more and connect the next episode. Be blessed and peace out.